In the beginning, we meet a young boy named Saru, who lives in a small village in the Khandwa district of Madhya Pradesh, India. Saru is a bright-eyed 5-year-old with an innocent face, full of dreams, but trapped in the harsh reality of poverty. He is shown sneaking around a train with his elder brother, Gudu. They are stealing coal, a common practice for children like them who have no other means of survival. Gudu, being older, leads the way, while Saru, trying to keep up with his brother, fumbles with the heavy coal bags, determined to contribute despite his small size. As they reach the coal shop, a delicious aroma fills the air. Jalebis are being fried in hot oil at the stall next to them. Saru's eyes widen as he stares longingly at the sizzling sweets. He tugs at Gudu's shirt, whispering, "I want to eat jalebis." Gudu, trying to focus on selling the coal, responds with a soft smile. "One day, Saru, I promise I will buy you all the jalebis you want." Gudu knows their pockets are too empty to afford even one, but his love for his younger brother is as deep as his desire to fulfill his promise. The shopkeeper hands them a small amount of milk in exchange for the coal. The boys' faces light up, and they make their way home, carrying the milk with care. They are playing along the road, teasing each other, trying to forget their hunger and their reality. Their laughter echoes through the empty streets, a rare sound that defies their grim surroundings. They arrive home to find their mother waiting, a weary woman who works tirelessly to support her children. Their little sister, Shakila, clings to her mother's sari. "Where did you get the milk?" their mother asks with concern, noticing the fresh white liquid. The boys remain silent, avoiding eye contact, knowing that if they confess, they might be scolded. But their mother, understanding their silence, doesn't push them further, aware of the struggles they face every day. That night, Gudu prepares to leave for work. Saru insists, "I want to come with you, Gudu. Please, take me with you." Gudu hesitates. "You are too small for this work, Saru. You can't carry the heavy bags." Saru, trying to prove himself, lifts a small chair over his head and struggles to pick up an old bicycle. "See, I can do it, Gudu. I can do any work," he insists. Touched by his brother's determination, Gudu reluctantly agrees to take him along. They reach the train station, and Saru, tired from the day's activities, soon falls asleep on Gudu's lap. Gudu tries to wake him up, but Saru, too sleepy, mutters, "Let me sleep, Gudu." Realizing his little brother's exhaustion, Gudu gently places him on a bench and says, "I will finish my work and return by morning. You stay here." As Gudu starts to leave, Saru, half asleep, whispers, "Bring jalebis when you come back." 2,000 jalebis. Gudu chuckles, nodding, "Okay, 2,000 jalebis." Gudu disappears into the night, and Saru drifts back into sleep. Hours pass, and the station becomes eerily quiet. The night grows darker, and the silence is broken only by the distant sounds of passing trains. Saru, in a daze, awakens and feels the cold metal bench beneath him. Disoriented and scared, he instinctively boards a nearby train, hoping Gudu will return soon. But soon, he falls back asleep. When Saru wakes up, he realizes the train is moving. Panic sets in. He jumps up, calling for his brother, "Gudu, Gudu." He rushes from door to door, trying to open them, but they are all locked. He bangs on the windows, screaming, "Gudu!" But his voice is lost in the deafening roar of the speeding train. Saru is trapped, all alone on a moving train that carries him farther and farther away from home. The train finally stops in Kolkata, West Bengal, nearly 1,600 kilometers away from his village. The bustling station is full of unfamiliar faces, and everyone speaks a language Saru doesn't understand. Confused and terrified, he approaches a ticket counter, "I need to go home," he says, but the staff speak only Bengali. His words are met with blank stares. Days turn into nights as Saru wanders the streets of Kolkata. He sleeps under bridges, in alleyways, and on sidewalks, constantly fearing for his safety. At one point, a group of men approaches, trying to snatch him away, but Saru narrowly escapes. He hides in temples, living off prasad, and drinks water from taps meant for animals. One day, a woman named Noor approaches him with a kind face. She asks, "Where is your home, little one?" "Ganesh Talai," Saru replies, his voice trembling. Noor, taking pity on him, offers him food and shelter for the night, promising, "Tomorrow a man will come and help you find your family." Saru, hopeful yet wary, agrees to follow her. The next morning, a man named Rama arrives. He examines Saru closely and murmurs something to Noor that Saru cannot hear. Sensing something off, Saru grows suspicious and decides to flee, running away as fast as his little legs can carry him. Once again, he is left alone in this vast, unknown city. Saru spends the next few months around Howrah Bridge, surviving by sheer will and instinct. He remembers his mother, the way she would break stones to earn money, the love in her eyes, and the safety of her embrace. He misses Gudu, his protector and playmate, and wonders if he will ever see his family again. Months pass by, and one day Saru is found by a kind boy who takes him to the local police station. The officers, unable to understand him, try their best to locate his village, Ganesh Talai, but to no avail. The village is too small, too remote. Eventually, they send him to an orphanage. Saru spends 3 lonely months in the orphanage. One day, a woman named Mrs. Sood visits him. She looks at Saru with kindness and says, "We've been trying to find your family for months, but we haven't succeeded. We've put ads in newspapers, but nothing." Saru's face falls, realizing the enormity of his loss. She continues, "There is a couple in Australia who wants to adopt you. They are good people. They can give you a good home." Saru, feeling a mixture of fear and hope, is taken to Australia. His new parents, Mr. John and Mrs. Sue Brierley, welcome him with open arms. Their home is big and beautiful, unlike anything Saru has ever seen. But while Mr. John and Sue shower him with love, Saru feels out of place. Everything is new. The language, the food, the culture. Sue tells him gently, "I know you've had a tough journey, Saru. You don't have to tell me everything now, but when you're ready, I will be here to listen." Over time, Saru starts to learn English, and gradually, he becomes more comfortable with his new family. Mr. John and Sue provide him with all the love and care he missed, treating him like their own son. Years pass, and the Brierleys adopt another child, a boy named Mantosh, who struggles to adapt to his new environment. Mantosh has his own demons, his own pain, and often harms himself. The family tries to help him, but Saru finds it hard to connect with his adopted brother, causing further tension in the household. One day, seeing his mother Sue crying over the challenges with Mantosh, Saru approaches her and wipes her tears. In this moment, he fully accepts her as his mother, embracing her with love. 20 years go by, and Saru grows up into a strong, determined young man. He is accepted into a prestigious college in Melbourne to study hotel management. As he starts his new life, he meets Lucy, a compassionate and kind girl. They quickly grow close and start a relationship, finding solace in each other's company. However, during a house party, Saru spots a plate of jalebis. The sight of the sweet triggers a flood of memories from his childhood. He recalls the night he lost his brother, his mother, and his village. Overwhelmed, he confesses to Lucy and his friends that he was a lost child. They encourage him to use Google Earth, a new tool that can help him trace his origins. Saru begins obsessively searching for his village, retracing train routes and examining maps. For years, he tirelessly scans the landscape, matching landmarks with his fragmented childhood memories. He distances himself from Lucy and his family, consumed by his quest for answers. After years of searching and countless nights without sleep, Saru finally recognizes a familiar bend in a river, a cluster of buildings. It's Ganesh Talai, his village. He finds out that it is in the Khandwa district of Madhya Pradesh. Tears fill his eyes. He has found his way home after 25 years. Encouraged by Lucy and his adoptive parents, Saru decides to return to India. He arrives at the Khandwa station and begins the journey to Ganesh Talai. As he walks through the village, memories come rushing back. The narrow lanes, the familiar trees, the small houses. He sees a woman sitting outside a modest hut and instinctively knows it's his mother. "Ma!" Saru cries out. His mother turns around, eyes wide with disbelief. "Saru!" she whispers. They run to each other and embrace, crying tears of joy and sorrow. She touches his face, unable to believe that her lost son has finally returned. She holds him tightly, afraid he might disappear again. She tells him that she never gave up hope and prayed for his return every day. Saru learns that Gudu, his beloved brother, had died on the night he went missing, hit by a train. The news is devastating, but being reunited with his mother brings him a sense of peace. Saru decides to stay in touch with his biological family while still being a son to his adoptive parents, finding a balance between his two worlds. He brings his two mothers together, bridging the gap between his past and present. Through his journey, Saru learns the power of hope, love, and the resilience of the human spirit. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Sign Stories for more such emotional movie breakdowns.